Well, three things. First of all, stop telling yourself that you already have enough. Or, in other words, what you already have is enough. Because once you begin telling yourself that you already have enough, you curb your growth. You stop looking for options and opportunities to grow even further. Once you get satisfied with what you already have, you stop putting effort to grow more. So, this becomes a psychological barrier in your further growth once you begin telling yourself that whatever you have is already enough and you are already rich, you already have enough. You, instead of looking for options and opportunities to grow even further, you begin looking for options and opportunities to spend your money, to kill your time uselessly. And obviously, it curbs your growth, it stops your growth. So, the very first thing you need to tell to yourself is that whatever you have is not enough and you need more. And if you need more and whatever you have is not enough, you need to find ways to make more, to grow even further. And this is how you help yourself uh, stay on the right course, because otherwise it becomes a barrier, a hindrance in your growth. Second thing, stop chasing glitters and shine. I am telling you, every time in your life, if you will go and try to chase some glitter or some shine, you will end up in losses. Every time I am telling you. If you do not believe me, you can begin noticing and observing it in your life. Every time you will go and try to chase some glitter or a shine, you will end up in losses. Not even a single time this fact will fail. And you can begin observing it in your own life. So stop chasing glitters and shine. You never invest your time, effort, and money into anything or everything only because it is glittering and shine. You try to read through the lines, you try to look on the other side of the glitter and shine, where this glitter and shine is going to lead you into, and where it is going to end you up, where it is going to end you up. Before investing your money and time into it, put a little brain into it and try to find out how fake it is, whether it is real or not, where it is going to lead you into, and whether it is going to end you up in losses or not. Because I am telling you, every time you'll go and try to chase glitter and shine, you'll end up in losses. Third thing, you need to begin telling to yourself that money is the last resort. And what do I mean by it? Actually, what happens, we begin thinking that money is something which can solve all the problems. And every time we find ourselves in problem, instead of finding ways to handle it or to tackle it without money, simply because we believe in this idea that we can solve every problem with money, we we go and begin trying to solve that problem with money. And again, you end up losing your money. Money is the last resort, I am telling you. When you fail in every other thing, for example, you find yourself in some problem, you want, you need to handle it, you need to tackle it. Instead of immediately bringing money into your brain, try to look for ways to solve it without money. In fact, do your best to solve that problem without money. Only once you fail in handling or tackling or solving that problem without money, then you begin thinking of bringing money into the equation. Otherwise, until and unless you can handle it without money, try to handle it without money, because these are the huge reasons, especially in the life of men who are rich, who have money. I'm telling you, people who have money end up in losses, eventually find themselves in poverty, eventually find themselves in financial losses because of these three psychological barriers or hindrances or problems. Simply because they have lots of money in their bank account, they begin thinking that they already have enough and they do not need to put in effort to find more ways to multiply it and to grow it. And then, when they are not finding ways and options and opportunities to grow and multiply it, their growth gets stopped. Either they begin wasting their money on fleeting temptations and pleasures, or they completely stop growing, which eventually, with time, push them into losses again. Because if you are not growing with time, if you're not multiplying with time, you are going to uh, end up in losses eventually in the coming future, because the world is going with its pace. And if you'll not be able to match your speed with the world will go ahead and you will end up where you are. So the money which seems plenty to you today will worth less automatically in the coming future. The way they say that if you are not going uphill, you are going downhill automatically. If you are not constructing, you are automatically destructing. So people who have access to money, first of all, eventually fail in their life because they begin telling to themselves they that they already have enough. They get satisfied with the kind of money they have, and it becomes a psychological barrier. They stop looking for options and opportunities to grow even further, and eventually they find themselves in losses. Second reason, simply because uh, it is actually a general issue with all human beings. We get influenced by glitters and shines, but you must understand the psychology behind glitter and shine. Why people make certain things glitter and shine? So that they can draw your attention. And what are they trying to do in drawing your attention? I mean, what is their real motive behind drawing your attention onto them? Is to extract some value out of you. Majority of the time it is in form of money only. So for example, you are watching a sport. What is a sport? Sport is a spectacle. And what it is doing, it is taking your time away from you, it is taking your money away from you. And this is what everybody, movies, pop culture, market, consumerism, brands, including women, why do they spend so much of time on helping themselves and making themselves appear so good and beautiful and all? They go through lots of makeup, they try to put on certain kind of clothes. They all are doing it so that they can make themselves glitter and shine. And every time you go and chase glitter and shine, you end up in losses. You find yourself in losses. So this is something you need to bring into your brain, that every time I see some glitter and shine somewhere, I'll not get easily and quickly influenced by it. And before taking my step ahead, I will think over it. I will put my brain into it. I will try to find out where it is going to take me and whether it is going to benefit me or not. Then only you decide your next step. Third is simply because people have lots of money in their bank account and they have access of money, they begin thinking that they can solve every problem with money. And anytime any problem comes before them, they try to solve it with money. And once people get into this idea that I can go and take money from this man easily, I can go and create some problem uh, before this man, and he will pay me money. I am telling you, people will vulture away your money from you. Nobody will leave you. They all will extract your money out of you. If you will begin casually paying money to keep you out of your to keep you out of problems and to help you get out of problems, once you begin solving your problems with money, once you get yourself into this idea that you can solve every problem with money, and once you begin paying money to people in order to either keep you away from problems or to help you get out of problem. Suppose someday if you get into some problem, you think you can help yourself with your money, you use your money and you get yourself out of that problem. Once you get into this idea, I am telling you, not even a single person will leave you. They all will come, they all will create some problem for you, and somehow they all will take money from you. And simply because you are in this ideology, in this mindset that I can solve every problem with money, you keep on solving every problem with money, and eventually you see that problems are never ending. You are always surrounded by problem. In fact, simply because you have let people know that they can easily and quickly take money out of you by creating some problem for you, they will begin creating problems for you deliberately and intentionally, because they know, if I'll go and create some problem for this man, he will pay me money. And as soon as this news will spread around, people will coming to you and they will begin creating problems for you, because they know, as soon as I'll create some problem for this man, before this man, he will pay me money. And eventually you will see that you have ended up in losses. All your money has gone in what? In your attempt to solve problems of your life. Eventually you will find yourself standing at a place where everybody has taken your money away from you. So, boys, you need to get this idea out of your brain. Money is the last resort. Only when you fail in solving, handling, and tackling a problem without money, then at the last step, you take out your money. Otherwise, no matter what, you try to solve all the problems of your life without money, even if you have money. Because these are the psychological barriers and reasons which turn a rich man into a poor man. Because somebody who does not have money, who he already has no money, so when he already has no money, he does not even think like this. It is the rich people, it is the people who already have access to money begin thinking like this, that I have money, why to why to put effort to find more ways and new ways to grow and multiply my money even more. I already have enough, I don't need any more. So this become a psychological barrier and reason for their failure. Second, simply because they have access to money, they begin going after every glitter and every shine which comes before them. They think, so what, I have money, let's try it. So what, I have money, let's try it. And eventually every glitter and every shine ends you up in losses. And simply because they already have access to a pool of money, they begin thinking that I can solve every problem with money. As soon as some problem will come, I'll solve it with money. And as problem begins coming to them, they begin solving it with money. And eventually they find themselves in losses again, because they were not paying attention to the money, they were paying attention to the solving problems with money. And every problem that came before men, they came before them, every problem that came before them, they tried to solve it with money. And eventually they find themselves standing at a place where there is no money left with them. It has all gone in solving problems. And in fact, I've just told you that once you let people know that it's very easy to take money out of you, then people are going to come intentionally and deliberately. and they're going to begin creating problems before you intentionally, and they all are going to take your money away from you. So you will end up in losses with no money left with you. I mean, people will vulture away all your money from you. You will end up broken with no money left with you. So, boys, these are the three reasons. These are the three huge reasons why rich men turn themselves into poverty, why rich men turn themselves broke and poor. So these are three psychological reasons and barriers which becomes a reason for their failure, for their eventual poverty.